Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this really nice romantic kind of bridal tutorial. I'm going to call this bridal because I feel like it's really beautiful and could be bridal. I actually have had a couple requests from my clients to go ahead and do this look. So I thought I would go ahead and recreate it for you guys today. You also requested it from my last Get Ready With Me that I just did. You guys really wanted to see this look. So here it is for you guys. I hope you enjoy. I think it's beautiful. I really love this pigment. The whole reason why I created this look a couple weeks ago was because I received these pigments from Sigma. This is in the shade Ravishing, and that's what I have on my lid today. I absolutely love this pigment. I honestly think I'm going to take the sacrifice and put this in my makeup kit for my clients, or I should just buy a backup. That actually makes more sense. Yeah, so whether you're a bride and you're doing your makeup for yourself on your wedding day, or you just want to do something really nice and glam and glamorous, I hope you guys like this tutorial. I got so many compliments on this look the day that I wore it out in public and everything like that. So I'm going to stop talking. This is going to be a talk through tutorial for you guys. So I'm going to go with you guys step by step on how I achieved this look. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get started. Alright guys, so first to start off this makeup look, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. Alright, so for today's look, we're going to be using the Morphe 35O palette. So first, I'm going to go in with the shade all the way in the upper left, and this is going to be our brow bone highlight. I'm using my Sigma E55 eye shading brush and placing this right underneath the brow. Before I put down my eyeshadows, I am going to go in with Scotch tape. I'm going to rip off a piece and put it on the back of my hand to get rid of the stickiness and place it lining up with my lower lash line. Then after that, we're going to start with the eyeshadows. I'm first going to go in with this one in the palette, and I'm going to take my Sigma E40 blending brush. This is going to be our transition shade, so starting in the outer corner, bring it to the inner corner, and just really making sure it's nice and blended. Blend, blend, blend. This is a really nice light shade, so I think it's perfect for the transition. And of course, as always, every product that I use, I will leave linked down below for you guys so you can go ahead and purchase it for yourself. So after that transition shade is now we're going to go in with our crease shade. I'm going to take this shadow right here in the center of the palette with my Sigma E25 blending brush. Make sure you tap off the excess product. It's so much easier to go in and add more product later on. So I'm mainly going to focus this right into the crease, starting in my outer corner, really bringing this into the inner corner, and like I said, just going a little bit at a time. I don't want this eye look to be really intense and really smoky. Of course, you want it to be nice, soft, and romantic, so I'm just going with a little bit of product at a time and just blending it until I get the color to my liking. I'm also going to place this color in the outer corner of my eye as well. And then as always, I am going to go back in with my blending brush and just go back and blend it out with no additional product on it. I just always do that after every single step just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. There we go. Drop something else. Oh no, I broke the shadow. After that, I'm then going to go in with a little bit of this shade right here, and this is just going to go ahead and darken up the crease just a little bit. I don't want to put too much because I don't want this eye look to be too dark and too smoky, but I'm just adding this right into the crease just to define the crease a little bit more, and just going back again with very little product at a time and just really blending this out. I am going to go back with a clean blending brush. This is the Sigma Taper Blending E35, and with no product on it, I'm just going to make sure that the transition shade is blended a little bit more with, like I said, with no product on it, right into that brow bone highlight. I am going to go in with a little bit of a smokiness in the outer corner. I'm not doing too much, but I am going to go in with Makeup Geek Corrupt, which is the black all the way over here, and I'm just going to add a pinch of this color right to my outer corner. I'm not doing too much. Again, I don't want it to be too smoky, but just adding a little bit of this right to the outer corner. And then going back in with, I'm actually going to mix this color and this color together. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that black into the shadow and the eye look a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off because this next step is a lot easier when you take the tape off. Now I'm going to go in and do the lid shade. What I'm doing first is I'm first going to go in with a concealer, if I could find mine. You want to go in with any concealer that you have, so honestly just use whatever you have at home. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I love this concealer, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and take this brush. This is the Sigma Concealer F70 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and take some of this concealer, kind of cut my crease a little bit, but I'm not going to do a really intense cut crease, obviously. And then I'm going to be going in with the Sigma Pigment, and this is the loose shimmer in the shade Ravishing. It's this really, really gorgeous pigment, as you can see. I recently did a blog post on these, so I'll link them down below for you guys as well. So first I'm going to go down with that concealer, and then right on top of the concealer, I'm going to go ahead and add this pigment on top. Not only is this concealer going to make the pigment become even more intense, but it's just really going to make that color seen. And I feel like it's really just going to be, I just really wanted this pigment to be the main focus of this look. So putting that concealer down is just really going to make the pigment pop. We are going to blend that outer corner out a little bit more, so don't think we're just going to leave it like that. I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye. Same thing, going in with the concealer first, and then going back in with the pigment and putting that right on top. Okay, so now that that is done, now we're going to go ahead and just blend all of these colors together so we don't have that harsh line on the crease. So going back in with my now shattered 35O palette, going back in with a mixture of this shade and a little bit of the dark brown, and I'm going to first blend this lid shade into the rest of my eye look. And I'm also going to blend the crease out, just making that color blend into the crease a little bit more. So I don't really want that crazy intense harsh line. If you feel like you're taking too much of the pigment off, go back in with your brush and just reapply what's on the excess of your brush. And I am going to go back in with a little bit black again. And now I'm going to use my Sigma Tapered Blending E45 brush and just add this right to the outer corner. It's probably going to be a little difficult for me to film this, so I'm going to try my best. For liner today, you can use gel line, you can use whatever you want. Today, I'm going to use this one. This is the LA Girl Fine Line Long Lasting Fine Tip Liquid Liner. I'm going to go ahead and do a wing. Okay, now that our wings are done, now we're going to go ahead and apply lashes. Now, one of my favorite pair of lashes, if you guys have been a subscriber of mine for more than a minute, my favorite are the House of Lashes in the style Boudoir, which are one of my favorites because, as you can see, I'll showcase them on my forehead. As you can see, they're very thin in the inner corner, but then they taper off. So it's like they're thin in the inner corner and then flare out at the ends. So it really gives your eye that really nice flare at the end, and they're perfect for winged liner. I feel like they're just perfect for everyday makeup as well as for bridal makeup. I love putting these on some of my brides as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply these on to my eyes, and then while I let the glue get tacky, I'm going to go ahead and put down my primer. Today I'm going to be using my Smashbox primer water, and I'm just going to spray that all over. And then, like I said, once the glue gets tacky, then I will apply my false lashes. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do our face makeup. So we already primed our face. So today, I think for primer or for foundation, I'm going to go in with my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. This is in the shade Santa Fe, which is medium 2. It is probably going to be a little bit darker than I am right now, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. I personally love NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, especially for bridal, because I feel like it looks so beautiful in photography. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this first with my Sigma Concealer brush. This is the F75. I'm just going to dot it all over the face, and then I'm going to blend it out with my Morphe Beauty Sponge. I'm going to also try not to get this on my white shirt. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer. Today I'm using, again, my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is the same one we used on our eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in a triangle motion, as you see me doing here, under my eyes. This is the most flattering way to go ahead, not only conceal, but to go ahead and highlight your face. And I'm also going to highlight the rest of my face with my concealer as well. Just blending this all out again with my Morphe sponge. After that, I'm going to go ahead and set the under eyes. Today, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder, as always. Just setting the under eyes. I'm also going to set the smile lines and the rest of my face with this. I pretty much press it in to my under eyes as well as my forehead and my smile lines, and then the rest of my face I dust it on. I only do that because I have pretty much normal to dry skin, so depending on your skin type, if you want to go ahead and press this powder into the rest of your face to set your makeup, you can always go ahead and do that, but for me, I just pretty much dust it on. So once the powder's down, I'm going to go ahead and let that sit and set for a minute. I'm going to go in and do my brows next. So first, I always go in with my Anastasia brow definer in soft brown. I usually go ahead and outline my brows with this. Everybody's brows are different, so whichever way you prefer to do your brows, of course, stick to that. And I do like to go ahead and just fill in the end of my brow because it is very sparse over there, so I just like to fill it in and kind of mimic like real brow hairs over there. And then to fill them in, I'm using my Sigma Angled Brow E75, and I'm taking my Sigma Brow Duo, and this is in the shade medium. I take the lighter color and fill in the inner corner of my brow, and then for the tail of my brow, I go in with the darker color and then fill in the tail, and then I kind of blend the dark into the light. It looks a little bit crazy today, but that's okay. Now to go ahead and contour and bronze a little bit, I am going to go in with my Studio Care Blend MAC Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Dark. I'm using my Sigma powder brush. This is the F30. I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my cheeks a little bit just to add a little bit of color. And then we'll go ahead and chisel out those cheeks. This one is what I normally use. This is the Sigma Large Angled F40, or you could use this one, which is the Soft Angled Contour, the F23. I just always use this one. I have been using that one though a lot lately, which I've been loving. But I'm going to use the F40. I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette. I'm going to take these two shades right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and contour the cheeks a little bit more. Contour the sides of my forehead. Bring it down so they blend together. For blush today, I'm going to use this one by Becca. This is in the shade Sweet Pea, which is a really gorgeous, warm, neutral shade, which I love. I'm just going to go ahead and keep the face really neutral, and you can go in with a color if you want, of course. I'm just going to keep it kind of neutral today. So I'm taking my Sigma F10 blush brush and just applying this right on the cheeks. And then for highlight today, I'm just going to take my tried and true Becca Champagne Pop. I just always use this highlight. I use it on my brides. And I'm taking my Morphe M501 brush. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right on the tops of my cheeks. The thing I love about this highlighter is you can go really intense, obviously, but you can also keep it very nice and subtle. And it's a really subtle glow, but I like to do a lot of highlight, so we're going to just douse it on here. Once all of that is on, now we're going to go back and finish up the eyes. Finishing up the eyes, I'm going to go back with my blending brush. I'm going to take a little bit more of the brown down here just to add it into my crease a little bit more, because I just want to add a little bit more. Of course, this is your own personal preference. If you liked it the way it was, you can go ahead and do that. Now to go ahead and do our inner corner highlight, I'm actually going to go in with my Persona Cosmetics palette. I'm going to take the shade Sassy, and I'm taking my Sigma Inner Corner E46 and just placing this right in my inner corner for my highlight. Also underneath the brows a little bit. This is kind of a shimmery shade, so don't do too much. If you don't want to do this one, you can always use Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma or MAC Shroom. Those are really nice shades as well. Okay, now for the under eyes, we're going to go ahead. I'm first going to go in with this brown shade right in the center and place it right along the lower lash line. And then just taking my blending brush, I'm just going to blend this all out. I'm going to go back and take the dark brown again right down here and place this along my lower lash line as well. And then again back with my blending brush and just blend that out. I'm actually just going to add a little bit of black to the outer corner just to kind of mimic the upper lid just right there, as you can see, not too much. And then I'm going to blend that out as well. Okay, and then last but not least, we're just going to go ahead and put on some eyeliner. I'm using my Tarte Skinny Smolder eyeliner in Onyx and apply this right in the waterline. And then a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. Alright, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do lips. So for lip, I'm first going to go in with this lip liner by MAC. This is in the shade Subculture, so I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with that. After that is done, first I'm actually going to go in and mix two lipsticks together to make the perfect nude. So first I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Celebrity Skin. I'm going to go ahead and apply this down first, and then we will mix it with another one. And of course, this is a really beautiful shade I have here, but I want to make it a little bit more nude. So I'm going next in with the Jeffree Star lipstick, and this is in the shade I Am Nude. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this right on top. Not doing too much. I kind of just put it in the center first and move it around, and then add a little bit more. I'm going to go back in with Subculture a little bit just to go ahead and define the lips. I'm just going to kind of outline them again. And then for lip gloss, I'm going to go in with one of my favorite nudes. This is the Kylie Cosmetics lip gloss, and this is in the shade So Cute. Oh, Chanel's tired. Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you in my next video.